Hello there. It's me again, um, and this is another video. Um, just to continue, I suppose, continue on from the last videos I did. Last few. The last one I went on a bit of a bit of a rant about our uh, our government in power. Uh, the people that who are involved in not registering for the RTB and that. Um, yeah. I just came on to say that I'm still annoyed about that. I'm angry about that actually. Been angry. I'm angry for quite a long time. But yeah, that's it's unbelievable that these politicians, and I actually found out also as well that our Minister for Health, Donnelly, is also involved in not registering for the RTB himself. So and that's our Minister for Health, who's supposed to be looking after the welfare of our benefits, or he's in a ministerial position where he's supposed to be, the boss of the healthcare system, and now he's involved in that as well. So there you go. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Um, but yeah, I am still frustrated over it's still bothering me this by the issues of mine with this cannabis thing. It's actually still a problem with me in the sense that I need safe access to it, um, and I'm in a bit of bother, um, from that event in the past about that event I was talking about, the restorative justice and that. Um, Still triggering them. The events from that happening is still a problem with me. Um, it's not doesn't seem to be going away. I know what would get rid of it, or what would significantly deal with it is um, safe access to that, the medicinal form of cannabis. Um, as I've emphasised, I'm going to keep emphasising this because I do need it, and it's just that um, I hope that this does get sorted very soon because I do need it for urgently. Um, um, that is my main. That's my main. It's still a problem that it's ongoing, prolonged. Um, I will have to take other matters further. But I will need the assistance to do it, and I know there are campaigns out there that in that field in Ireland here that is trying to get that sorted. So I'm happy they're there. I'm going to have to try and link with them and that as well. Another thing I wanted to come out with as well is it's annoying me as well that the triggering events from that justice program, the crowd in Nina. Um, it's just like they really scrutinise me for breaking the law and everything. And when I was telling you about the judges and all of our police force and all that involved in breaking laws, and they're seeming to they're avoiding the channels of prosecution and not being held accountable, and that goes for him as well. But there's one thing that stands out of all that. What really annoys me, it angers me a lot, but and what I'm going to say now is going to be quite triggering and sensitive to uh, members of Garda Síochána, the Gardaí, and Garda Síochána as a whole. It's going to triggering what I'm saying, but I think most people are. I think all will all believe me on this. Um, a good proportion of our public servants are a bit overweight, actually. Did you ever notice that? Did you ever notice by going around, if you were to go around out in maybe a nearby town or city, um, and would you ever see, or even in a day, like, or even in a week, let's say a week to 2 weeks, if you were to see Gardaí, or would you ever see at least one Garda that has has a bit of weight, like a bit of I've seen quite. I can tell you now. I know certain members of Garda Síochána. I know them specifically. I'm not going to mention their names, but they have a bit of weight on them. They have a bit of. they're a bit on um, the chubby side. And the problem I have is that with that is that we cannot be having members of our police force or in the public servants being overweight for the positions that they're working in. And the reason for that is because if they had to run on foot to chase a criminal or chase someone, like how would they be able to catch up with anybody or anything, you know? Like how can member of a policeman that a policeman or policewoman with weight on them be able to be an asset or a benefit to our citizens to catch someone on foot? And I've a lot of our good proportion. I've seen quite a number of Gardaí even just even walking around different areas of Ireland like Limerick and that are just overweight. Not all of them, of course. I will bring balance that there are Gardaí that are in fit, they're in shape, and they're in the shape that they're supposed to be. But that's a given. They should be in shape and all that. But why have we got members that are overweight? Like, I mean, they had to go through the training of being a guard, and they would have obviously had to be in shape, like, in good shape and be, fit in that because they had to go through in the Garda training college. You have to go through a trial. But what happened then? What the question I have is what happened were done? Well, I can tell you what happened. They went on. They seem to be cushy in in being a guard, and they're going around eating probably food that's not healthy a lot of the time while working, or it's just, yeah, I'd say so, and they're just not getting enough exercise to for that. Is there no law where a guard has to be in shape? No, is there no law where they have to be in shape as public servants? You know, just to point in an obvious one. You don't like. It's quite obvious, isn't it? Like they should be in shape. They should be you know. But nobody, like, if you break a law, any standard citizen for being caught with a bit of cannabis, like me, they come and scrutinise you, but they wouldn't scrutinise a member of An Garda Síochána that's a bit overweight. Should we be saying to the guards, why don't you lose some weight? Why are you actually overweight? What are you doing in a uniform? If you're supposed to be protecting people and you're, on foot, you know? Like, I'm a little bit frustrated at this, man. I've been frustrated for a long, long time over this stuff, and I'm coming out with this now. It's not acceptable. And, we need to like it seems they really think they're above the law. You're a guard. Is there no law where they have to be in shape? Like if they are on the heavy side or whatever, they should just be like say give a they're gonna have to be suspended until they get back in shape again, or just be fired from out of the force. Like how is this allowed? Like I call this in any country as well that has policemen and policewomen that are overweight. It's just there should be there's no law against it. It takes the piss, to be honest with you. It does. Um, and I'm happy I'm even expressing this now. I know what people are going to be like saying that's what you're saying is nasty. How dare you say that about her? What is it? Come on, like I'm not like if people have a bit of weight on them and they're not. I'm not against anyone having weight. Like if you have a bit of weight and you're not a policeman and you're not, it's not your duties to protect someone else, like or in security for that matter either. Then that's I'm not I don't have that's not my issue. My issue is that you are people that are in public servants having weight on them when you're supposed to be protecting the people, protecting the public, serving the people from criminality. What if someone like caused a serious assault or stabbed someone, let's say, and they were fit them and they were not, and they were yeah, they were, let's say, fit some level of fitness, and a fat member, a fat or a chubby member of it, I won't say fats, I'll just say chubby, um, member of an Garda Síochána tries to chase them on foot if they can't get them in the car if they're down an hour away or whatever, in those circumstances. It's just, you know, and we need to do radical reforms in the policies where all guards can't be overweight, or they all have to be in shape, you know, regardless of the ranks. And I know ones I've seen myself personally, like that have a bit of weight on them, and they just should lose weight because we need them to protect them. We need them to be able to protect us if things go wrong, so yeah, I know what I'm saying is quite controversial, Um, and but I think I'm correct. I think most people would agree with me, wouldn't they? Like, why have public servants that are overweight for what they're doing, supposed to be doing? Um, it's quite unbelievable. And it's just that, like, you see, I'm annoyed about that because I need safe access to medical cannabis, and then that you're being scrutinized or drug searched regularly enough or frequently, and you'll be in court, or I'd have to be in court again if I was caught again or whatever, and then they're just allowed to be a bit overweight, and that's fine. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. Um, I know, like, I don't know, like, I just don't. It just doesn't sit well with me. Like, um, you know, yeah. What more can I say on that? I think that's all I really have to say. Really on that. I don't think I can say any more. But yeah, that's my update. If I haven't added anything that could have been of use in this, I might have afterwards. I might even bring it up in the next video or just say it in the information and the editing. So yeah, that's all I can really wanted to say for this. So yeah, I'm still frustrated at everything. I'm still frustrated with everything that's going on with um, the what were the strange times we're in, my own circumstances, and all that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, I wanted to clear the air with that and with what I thought about what's going, with our public servants. So that's all I really have to say. And thanks for listening. And I'll update you soon.